Bradford slips in. Here's Ford. Fires. Oh, my goodness. A bullet. Matt Ford makes it 4-1.
Well, it's time now to get our summer interview series underway, and our first guest here on that is Lake Erie Monsters forward Matt Ford, who's joining us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Matt, first, thanks for the time, and good to talk to you. It's been a couple of months. How you been since the season ended?
Things are going well, Ben. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Just enjoying the nice weather.
That's great.
Summer.
That's great. That's great. We'll get into that a little bit more, but let's start out looking back. You and all the other guys that were on our team last season have had a chance to look back and reflect back on your season, the team season. Let's start with the team and your thoughts as you look back on what happened last season here.
You know what? I thought we had a great group of guys. I think we missed a good opportunity, to not only make the playoffs, to probably make some noise too. Great coaching staff and management. I mean, can't complain. It's a first-class organization, and I think anybody would be happy to play there.
No doubt. How about for you individually? It was so much fun watching you personally, but let me get your thoughts on how you feel the season went for you.
You know what? Things went well. I mean, I played with a good group of guys. You couldn't complain about any of the 20 guys on the ice you played with. Everybody played hard, and the chemistry was there, and things worked out.
Now you've signed a deal this year with the Monsters, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So tell me, you got to be anxious and excited. I'm sure you are to get going here for season number 2, right?
Yeah, especially ending the year with an injury. I'm excited to get back at it. I'm already itching to get back after it, and it's still June, July. So, wait a couple more months, get ready, and hopefully I'm firing on all cylinders come September, October.
Matt Ford joining us here, part 1 of our summer interview series here on LakeErieMonsters.com. And Matt, one thing I always told people that asked me about you and being around the team the way I am, what kind of player you were, and I always use the words drive, work ethic, hard work, all those things. You have a willingness to do whatever it takes. Tell me where that comes from for you personally.
I think that just comes from my parents, the way I was raised. Whatever I'm doing, whether it's playing hockey or doing my homework, you want to give, when I was in school, you want to give 100% of whatever you do, and playing hockey is no different.
How about that leadership ability? You seem to have that as well. You're, to me, you're clearly a guy that leads by example on ice. How do you keep that going this season, and how do you handle the vocal part of leadership? Those two questions for you there.
You know what? It's going to be a young team next year, and I think one of the biggest things is just, if anything, is just showing what you want to do by doing it yourself, by leading by example. And I think that's what I try to do every day. Last year we had some great vocal leaders, especially with Brian Wilsky and Darren Hadar and guys of that respect. And you learn from them each year with the leaders you have, and you hope you can carry the torch.
Matt Ford joining us here, our summer interview series, part 1 of the interview with Matt. I want to follow up there, Matt, in terms of Wilson and Hades. What did you take away from those guys? Clearly veteran guys have been in this game a long time, and you're early in your career. What did you take from those guys?
Just the way they held themselves around the rink. It was never a panic moment. It was, go out there and give your best, whether it be the next shift or whether it be the next game or what you're doing in practice. How they held themselves in terms of working out, keeping themselves in shape. Being the younger guy in the league, you learn that stuff, you pick up on that stuff, and you watch it.
All right, there's part 1 of our summer interview series with Monsters forward Matt Ford, who will be back to start the season with Lake Erie once the season gets underway, and we'll have part 2 coming up down the road. Matt, thanks for doing this. We'll catch up with you a little bit later.
Thanks, Ben.